So, here we go.
He was filled with childish frustrations and complexes. The police are searching for James Thomas.
Hello. You're listening to Midnight Movie Gang. It is currently 7:06 p.m. Night Movie Gang in the EST. And my name is Elsie Hines. I'm joined today by my buddy Joseph. Say hi, Joseph. And our very special guest, Macy Cotton from We Luv Video.
Hey, y'all.
Hello. I pronounced your name right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Today's a really special episode. We haven't had a guest on in a minute. It's been a while. For folks at home, if this is your first episode, which, hey, probably will be a few people's first episode. This is a show where we typically kind of talk about horror and sci-fi films, genre films, cult classics, lesser known stuff. We talk about a lot of martial arts because I'm a martial arts nut. Like the late night theater, late night on cable vibe movies is like what we try to stick to. Historically, I'm always spouting about physical media. I'm a big physical media collector.
Yep.
Each one something.
It's a running theme of the show.
It's a running theme of the show. We just started breaking into the kind of DIY VHS tape market deal. Like just kind of just open up a Etsy shop to sell some like modern tapes and stuff. And just like want to involve physical media more on the show and just in my life personally. Reached out to Macy. I don't think I even told you. Like I found out about you guys through there was a YouTube video that y'all got interviewed for. What was it called? It was like a Halo. It was like
yes,
the Halo thing. That's where I first saw you guys and like looked up you guys and Beyond Video and stuff. Long story short, this is separate from the show necessarily, but like that's something that I want to start something similar, like where I'm at. Absolutely. And I was just hoping that you would come on and talk to us about your stuff, and thank you for being here. And I'm gonna shut up a little bit. I'm just want to start off by asking you a little bit, like tell us a little bit about what We Luv Video is, where people can kind of learn more about what you got going on, your story. Please tell us things.
Yeah, I love talking video stores. So I Luv Video, different than We Luv Video. I Luv Video was a very long-running video store in Austin that opened even before Blockbuster did.
Ooh.
And so Conrad Bejarano was the owner of I Luv Video. He was a really interesting character. He's worked in fashion, he worked in Arizona. And at this video store in Arizona, they were like, hey, you should actually go out to Austin. It's a college town. Like a lot of people will be interested in renting movies there. And so at one point, there were 9 locations of I Luv Video all around Austin, which, it's like Austin is not the biggest town. So that's a lot of locations.
It's a good density.
And then like video stores kind of started going out of favor. They closed locations. And this one location by our house, my husband and I's house, was like the last remaining one. And it was so cool. It was 2 stories. It was like organized in like a really funky way. They had free beer on Tuesdays. There was like a little improv theater right next door. So it was like great. And so and also like a really cheap date night. Like my husband and I would go get tacos next door and then go rent. I would rent a movie, like regardless of whether he would like it or not. He would do the same. And then we would rent one that we both like wanted to watch together. Like we're both going through, someone's work or whatever. And so that was what we would do all weekend, is just watch the movies that we picked out.
That's great.
But so 2020, fall of 2020, that last location shut down, which you would think, like Conrad said that like more people were renting movies than ever because everyone was staying home due to COVID and stuff. But they couldn't really figure out the staffing situation. It was hard that way, and like landlord stuff. And so they closed down. And so then there were no more video rental stores in Austin at all. Everyone was super sad. It's a really big movie town.
The world was sad. Richard Linklater was crying in a corner.
Exactly. And then it wasn't until like 2022, so it had been shut down for a while, that my husband and I were just like, we're both lawyers, and just such a funny thing about lawyers is like most lawyers don't really love being lawyers, and so you're always talking about like other things that we could possibly be doing.
That's so funny because you have to work so hard to get to the point of being a lawyer.
And then you're stuck, and then you're like, well, man, now
I've invested now. Yeah.
Yes, and so we're just like, man, what else would you want to do? And we're like, man, we just like want to have a video store again. We really miss that video store experience. And so I didn't know Conrad at all, but I just cold emailed him and said, hey, like I've done some research online, and I would love to talk about Beyond Video and some of the other places that it looks like the nonprofit video store model could be viable for us. And I can't believe he answered, and we met and had drinks, and he had the collection in like these two like sea crates, storage crates out in the middle of nowhere. And so he like had some potential buyers.
Like the Lost Ark or something.
Yeah, he's a kooky guy. And so he really wanted to make sure that it was still going to be used for like public consumption. So he was into the idea, and that was kind of how we got running and got the idea to do a Kickstarter.
Oh, that's sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick. So he had like a storage container floating in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean full of
DVDs and VHS tapes. No, that's crazy.
Honestly, it was adorable. So he's a little bit older. I don't know exactly how old he is, but he has grown kids. And he had pictures of his parents sorting. I don't know if y'all remember from video stores. Some have like the clear case, and then the actual case would be in front.
Right.
And so he had pictures of his parents in these storage crates, like marrying the movies and like putting them all back together.
That's
like,
cool.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
In the minds.
That's crazy. Beat out Blockbuster.
That's awesome.
Yes.
There before you showed up, and there after you left. Humiliating for Blockbuster.
It's still the one Blockbuster in the world, which I'll be going to this fall.
Oh, really?
Oh, well, it's in we're visiting a friend in Oregon, and I'm like, we're like 2 hours away from the last.
You gotta go.
We're gonna be going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of posts.
It's like a pilgrimage for you.
No, it's gonna be my Mecca for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's awesome. So how long? How long did it take for you guys to meet your goal on Kickstarter? I mean, was it?
We did a 30-day Kickstarter, and we asked for $100,000, and we got 112. So even more. It was fantastic. And then shortly after that, because boy, I did not like holding on to other people's money. So I was like, okay, let's go. So we signed the lease that next March, and then opened in July after build out and everything.
Sweet.
That's very cool. Yeah, I wanted to just asking a couple of questions about the kind of your location, your store in particular. Kind of breaking into that. Joseph, I'm gonna ask a question, and then if you have questions, maybe we didn't talk about how we were gonna go through this. But talking a little bit about format wise, would you say between VHS, Blu-ray, DVD, maybe like 4K in there, like what's kind of the makeup, the biggest chunks, like what are some of the more like, how'd I put it? Would you say DVD is still the most popular in terms of like what people will check out, or like?
Yes.
Yeah.
But there are members that only check out VHS. Like we have, like this guy only does this. DVD is easier because most Blu-ray players also do DVD, and so that's kind of hard to gauge about like what everyone has. But
it's also
then some people will run a mix.
Yeah, that makes sense. I imagine DVD is also the easiest as far as like getting your hand on like a good secondhand player of a DVD. Like you could get a DVD player secondhand anywhere. Whereas like definitely my experience with VCR is like I started getting really into VHS tapes a little under a year ago, and even just within a year, like I got into it because I got lucky and I found like a VCR and like a little CRT TV for like $15 at Goodwill.
That's a good one.
It's sick.
Yeah, and it's in my kitchen. Actually, the place we moved, we have a bigger kitchen, and now the CRT is in the corner of my kitchen. and
That's cool.
I have a little I have a digital adapter and an Amazon Fire Stick in it, so I watch like YouTube and Netflix on my CRT while I'm
Yes.
cooking. And it has the tape, like it's got the VCR too. But even then, now I bought 2 more VCRs since then, for projects and just other and yeah, they've gotten more expensive, just like even within a year, and like it's and I kind of wanted to ask like get into it eventually, like a little bit more about VHS in particular, but kind of just asking more questions about the store. Like I was kind of curious, what's the kind of overall, what does the age range look like among visitors and among regular members? And I'm also curious about within that, for younger members, what do you think younger members, particularly people who don't really have, because I'll put another, it's like I'm 27. Joseph, you're a little older than me.
I'm like 50.
My you look good for 109. But my memories of the video store, and like mine, nostalgia for it is like when I was a little kid, the biggest thing was my mom, and whenever we go grocery shopping, there was a Blockbuster right across the street from our grocery store, and my mom would, like, I would go hang out in the Blockbuster while she was grocery shopping, and she'd be like, hey, grab this movie for me, you grab a game and a movie, and that was kind of like my thing. But now people, I assume, like, people younger than me now, like people in the teens and stuff, like you see people like in the late teens and stuff come in, right? What do you think's bringing them in? What do you think's bringing them back? And I'm just curious about the age swath.
Yeah, the age range is really interesting because especially before we opened, I had a lot of people that were really skeptical, and I mean, people still pretty skeptical about like
Right.
having a video store. And we really have every age of people coming through. It's nice that we're in a really walkable neighborhood, so there's a bunch of maybe who people would think are coming to video stores, of like an older person who doesn't have internet, that just like has their VCR. And so we've got those kinds of people, but we really do have a bunch of young people. Most of our volunteers are younger than me. I'm 34. And so I was really surprised at that. But I do think, and I think we kind of talked about this on email a little bit, that it is the feeling that I got when I went to a record store of like, wow, this is kind of neat and novel. There's a bunch of tape heads, like VHS tape heads, that do think that watching a movie on a VHS, especially like in the year that it came out, is the superior way to watch it. I kind of go back and forth. Yeah, but I think some people really think that.
Terminator was like life-changing when we did that.
Yeah, we did. When I first got my VCR, and one of the first movies I got was the original Terminator on VHS. Me and Joseph, we were gonna. I don't even think we were gonna record an episode. We were just like, we gotta watch a tape. yeah. We went. Funny enough, it was when we watched it on the big screen TV with my surround sound. We were like, this tape, this mix sounds
actually
awesome. No, it did something special, like the sound of the gunshots, and like also just like it was very clear that like it was vibey. It was a good
it was a vibe.
It was very clear.
Yeah. the vibes, honestly, maybe that's how to encapsulate all of this. It's like people like the nostalgia of it, and then I really hope that people are just wanting to talk movies and have like a more personal experience, personal recommendations, and that's what the young folks are coming in for.
The community aspect, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, kind of reminds me of I worked at a movie theater in high school, and like a lot of my favorite things would just be like asking people like, hey, what'd you think of this movie? Like sometimes people come out and talk, and like that's part of like what, like I said, like I want to start something where I'm at here in Vermont. And a similar kind of thing, like I just want to have that community, and it's really cool that like I love that you guys are able to build that there, and like it's cool that it seems like it's spreading. Like you had mentioned Beyond Video, and but Joseph, do you have any questions? I've been ranting.
What's the least desirable tape? Like, what's the one that nobody?
What's the one you can't get?
The one that nobody ever rents, or do you even keep those around?
Nobody wants to.
I mean, I'm sure we have some. So we have like, we're doing inventory all the time, but right now we have almost 40,000, maybe more, just like individual
So that
items.
might be a really hard question, is what you're saying.
Yeah, there might be some things that just like haven't been rented at all, but y'all will probably like this story that just last week, someone, we don't know who, left a tape in a baggie in our bathroom, and it just said Whiteface 2025.
Oh,
I
So
think I
what?
saw that
what
that
is it?
post.
I don't know. So I think I have to go rent it. I don't know if anyone's rented it yet.
White
But like
face.
everyone's so scared. No one wants Whiteface the bathroom.
Bathroom edition.
You haven't seen what's on it yet?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
what's
it's a
on it.
mystery.
That's a
Yeah.
curse.
Could be a snuff film for all we know.
The ring
No,
girl.
exactly.
The ring girl's on there. She's gonna hop through the TV for sure. Yeah, no, I just wanted to
Someone
to
go
say,
rent that and tell them what's on it.
with the with the VHS thing. I was just kind of sitting here thinking about. I think an actual element that VHS adds to, especially horror in particular, I think is something that is kind of a benefit. Is that like oftentimes looking at like especially the cheaper kind of horror thing, like Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, like some of the like more least expensive production wise, VHS, because of its natural low fidelity, I feel like one can cover up maybe some effects that haven't aged as well, like and make that kind of more like, you know, Michael Myers' face maybe doesn't look as rubbery, you know, like him just looking like a white spot on your little CRT might like you know,
Two
make
small dots.
you know, make them feel more ethereal. And then yeah, the second thing too is like that just that element of like what is it, like I don't know, this might be me just as far as like the warmth of the CRT glow gives like
The soft sound.
well, I feel like it gives a similar kind of vibe and energy that like a projector does, because like I also like I love watching movies on a projector in general for the same reason, as far as like it feels more alive, as Spielberg
You get a
would
big
say.
thing that you can put into an even bigger thing.
Exactly.
And
It's well, yeah, no, it's what you were saying before, like with it's a mechanism, it's a moving, living,
Yeah.
you know,
It's a
thing.
machine.
It's a machine. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, no, but no, that's awesome. I wanted to ask, one second, I had a specific oh yeah, I wanted to ask, so you had said, I didn't know that you guys had talked to Beyond Video before you guys really got started. I want to, since you guys have been going and things have been growing, have like how many, how do I put it, would you say, have there been like a decent amount of like other stores that maybe like have like popped up that have reached out to you guys in terms of like saying, hey, you guys inspired me, or like seen, you know, have you seen like growth outside of yourselves in that sense? Like have you seen other stores pop up, or you know,
That you know, we haven't been open that long, so I've talked to many people, but nothing has come of it yet. But we've only been open for 2 years, so it's like
yeah,
that might happen. But like even a month or two ago, I had a call with someone from Minneapolis that was interested in doing the same thing. And yeah, we definitely didn't invent the wheel. That I think there were 3 or 4 that I can think of that we talked to. There's like Vizart in North Carolina, I want to say, and then Movie Madness in Portland, Beyond Video, and then Best Video in Connecticut. And so I talked to most, if not all, of those guys to kind of see, everyone has their own, like has adapted their own little nonprofit model of what works for them. And so
That's cool.
it was a nice like big picture.
watch like a big blockbuster entity come forth again to like absorb everyone, like
Disney
watch
Video.
Yeah.
watch history repeat itself. Bezos Video.
HBO IRL.
Come to the HBO store
Yeah.
where you can rent your Game of Thrones tape. But yeah, no, no, that's really cool. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's cool to see things grow. Mine, just real quick, my the one that I'm kind of in the early. I was talking to my boss today, actually, who was considering financially backing, helping out. Loose title for mine is gonna be Blossom Video, named after my
Nice.
boss. That's where I'm gonna start.
No, that's great.
Yeah, but anywho, like, thank you so much for telling us your story and talking about just the state of physical media. Let's talk a little bit about, like, this is going to be a shortened version of our usually, so like most of our usual episodes where we're talking about specific movies, we have a thing where like most of it is like a breakdown of the plot. We're not going to really do that today. We're just going to kind of talk about with Kid Detective, the main thing is like, how did you hear about it? What's your history with this movie? And kind of like your kind of spoiler 3 overall thoughts with it. And then we're just gonna say the final thing we do with all of our movies is like, what prop would you want to keep from the movie? Like if you could have a prop from the movie, like what would you have? Is like our final. That's what we always do as our final bit.
Yeah.
So I probably want one of them candy bars. They look fucking good. But yeah, no. So Kid Detective 2020. One second, you can bring it up. The Kid Detective is a 2020 something. I usually have the Wikipedia page. 2020 Canadian mystery comedy drama film directed by Evan Morgan, starring Adam Brody, Sophie Nalise, Wendy Crewson, Sarah Sutherland. Inspired by the Encyclopedia Brown book series. Macy, what is your history with this movie? Like, why'd you like? What do you like about it?
I feel like this movie was made for me. Like I like kind of interesting genre like experiments, and I think that this was. And I love mystery movies, and I love Adam Brody, and so I feel like this one was kind of really didn't get the attention that it deserved coming out in 2020 and all. And I wish that more people had watched it. It's great. Adam Brody looks fantastic.
Yeah, no, he's just roguishly handsome throughout.
What
the
a
whole
cutie!
Thing. Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah, it's he does a really good job too. I love his like down on his luck, but like comically smart.
Yeah,
very flawed grown man.
Washed up kid Sherlock Holmes. Disheveled genius is a really great character type for sure. Joseph, had you heard of this movie before you watched it?
Not even a little bit. 2020.
The black hole year.
The memory hole. No, it's I liked it a lot. I went into it completely blind, just knowing the name of the movie, and that was it. Yeah. Yeah, so it was. It's a really like you said, it's a really fun genre experiment. It gets so mild spoiler. It gets so crazy dark.
Yeah, no, especially the ending.
That you would not expect from like the way it starts.
I didn't know that it was rated R.
You're right.
For a while, and then at some point, I'm like, they're saying fuck quite a bit.
It kind of like it kind of gently ramps from a PG to a PG-13 to an R.
Yeah,
as it goes.
Yeah, no, there's very distinct like reveals in character in like plot beats that make it just go more and more insane.
It's like, is this 7?
It was a lot like Brick, which I was obsessed with. Of kind of like, oh, they're at a high school, and then like, oh no, there's all this stuff happening. Mm-hmm. I loved Brick so much, so I think it reminded me a lot of that.
That's the biggest. Brick is the biggest movie I thought of. Which by the way, Joseph, after I watched this, I'm like, we're doing a Brick Looper double feature. Yes. Which Macy, if you want to be on that episode, let me know.
Yeah, let's talk Rian Johnson all day.
Yeah, right. Just as far as like those two, because I grew up on like I loved those two movies when they came out, and I remember when they announced that he was doing a Star Wars movie. I'm like, oh my god, the dude who did Looper, yes.
Hayden Christensen.
And then we get to where we're at. But
I'm thinking Jumper. What am I doing?
You are thinking Jumper. Although, well, if someone was gonna do a new Jumper movie, Rian Johnson's kind of the first. Like, actually, hold on, that could be heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our jumper.
Get Rian Johnson on the phone.
Was one of our more prolific ones. Who? Oh, okay. This is completely off. In Rian Johnson's Jumper, which is the official title. Who should play? Who's our new pick? Who's playing Timothy Chalamet?
Absolutely.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel. Maybe who's the dude from Euphoria who everyone loves?
The tall guy.
The tall guy.
No, Elordi.
Jacob Elordi.
Oh, yeah, the friggin' Saltburn dude.
Yeah, the Saltburn guy. Yeah, should
forever
be,
to think about that.
should be David. No, that'd be very cool. But Scott, what were we talking about? Kid Detective.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I wanted to say a buddy of mine saw this when it came out, or like around when it came out, and it told me that it was good, and that is literally passively all I knew about it.
That it was good.
And yeah, I also like, it's funny. I need to seek out more noirs because like every noir I watch, I'm like, I like noirs.
You get
I gotta
sucked
watch
right
more.
in. Yeah, they're so entertaining.
We didn't do an episode on it, but like one of my favorite, Macy, have you ever seen Devil in a Blue Dress?
Yeah.
But
Denzel.
I watched that, and then I was like, well, this is a lot like Devil in a Blue Dress. But then it made me think of like dude who is only part of like one fandom sees anything else and compares it to that thing. I haven't seen a lot of noirs.
Yeah, no, this definitely more improved to me. Like, yeah, I love twists and turns. This is a lot of good. Although
Good mystery.
I do have a fan theory. Okay, wait. We're gonna have a small spoiler section because I want to know if you guys agree with me about this, and they never really confirm in the movie. So, spoiler alert for The Kid Detective. Is it on a streaming service? Because I also rented it.
Had to rent it.
Yeah, it might just be rentable.
Yeah, it's pretty much only rentable. Here's the thing, though. Even if it usually is on streaming, the only streaming service that I have that's ad free is Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason for that is because you cannot watch Walking Dead on an ad plan.
What?
For like, if you have an ad plan on Netflix, you can't watch Walking Dead. It's just like a licensing thing.
Are you for real?
Yeah, so that's the only reason I have that ad
Fuck
free.
you,
So, like,
Netflix. Only use Tubi.
Exactly. And with here's the thing. I can handle ads for TV shows or like movies that are like comfort movies or whatever, but like if I'm watching a brand new movie, I need to see it straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't have an ad.
No. Rather just not watch the movie at that point.
Spoiler alert for Kid Detective, which you have to spend $4 on to watch. I was getting the insinuation like the whole time during the movie, especially early on, I was getting an insinuation. What I thought was going to happen was I thought it was going to be revealed that like before the bad guy, I thought that they were going to reveal that like when Abe and I'm forgetting all these characters' names. Abe and Gracie were kids, that like maybe they had like a little encounter when they were like teens, and that resulted in a pregnancy, which was Caroline. Because I feel like throughout the movie they were kind of insinuating like a lot of similarities because she like does some Sherlock Holmes shit earlier in the movie, like where she like when they're on top of the roof of the things, like, oh, like there's oil painting happening, so they're gonna leave the door open because so-and-so's pregnant in the fumes. And I'm like, oh, she's got the same powers. And in my movie
hereditary.
logic,
yeah.
And well, no, but also, and then later when she was talking about like, he's like, oh, your parents are very photogenic, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's a fake photo.
Yeah.
Those aren't really her parents. Which, I mean, I was correct in that part, but like I thought they were gonna lead it up to like maybe Gracie left or went away because she got pregnant and from Abe, and it was gonna be Sandal, and that Caroline is his dad.
Yeah.
Caroline is his daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, like they're talking to Abe and stuff, and I still feel like I get this sense that like during that last scene where Abe is kind of talking to Caroline and being like, "Hey, have you went to go visit Gracie and stuff?" I was getting the sense that like there was something he was holding back from her. And I was waiting for like maybe like another flashback scene or something where it's like it's a reveal that like she was pregnant when she got kidnapped.
Right.
Maybe Gracie was, and that Caroline was his baby, and that like that was gonna be the thing. And because the movie ends with him like sobbing in tears, and like Wikipedia says it's just like from the horror of the recent events.
Right.
Which is fair, but I remember thinking like, no, I bet it's because like it's his daughter, and it's all complicated and stuff, and like
it's an interesting theory. It's pretty waterproof, I think.
Well, just like that's kind of what I got from it. I feel like there was more there they were trying to say.
Possibly.
I don't know.
How you make like predictions when you watch a mystery movie, like, and you're like, I bet it's this. My thing was the kid who was killed collected bottle caps, and like we see it again when he searches his locker. He sees bottle caps, and I was like, so this kid's like in contact with the kidnapped girl because she drank all those sodas all the time.
Oh.
And I was pretty disappointed that didn't come back because it would have been rule of threes. They established it twice.
That makes sense too.
That is really true.
Yeah.
I was like, they're really emphasizing this bottle cap thing. Like, I know it's like a joke, but like,
This is Mickey 17 all over again.
Yeah.
In my head canon, we're right. when we in our Mickey 17
There's
episode,
some kind of connection there.
there was in
Maybe-
Mickey 17. There were very clearly plot lines that got removed in editing.
Yeah,
And
maybe
this is the same
he like
thing.
knew where she was or something, and that's why he. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just a game theory. Whatever.
Macy, do you think our theories are right?
That, y'all have seen it more recently than I have. Great. It's making me want to go watch it tonight.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Kid Detective. That'll be enough to cut together. an
Yeah,
animated
it's
review.
a fun mystery adventure noir. We
let's
just gave
check
away
it
the
out.
ending, but fucking watch it anyway. Who cares?
And then go watch Brick, because that episode's coming soon.
Yep.
Yes.
Brick and Looper.
And honestly, I know it's TV, but Ryan Johnson's Poker Face is also the dude just loves a murder mystery, and he does.
Wait,
such a
Ryan
good job.
Johnson did Poker Face?
He I think directs a few episodes, and then I think is EP on a lot of them.
Okay, now I extra gotta watch it. I'm just like I'm very much it's hard for me to get into a TV show. I'm definitely just more of a movie person than a TV person.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So like
It's
now that
straight up Columbo, but the new, and I love.
Yeah.
I just love mysteries. I love Columbo.
Yeah. I also love me
Down
some
for
Natasha.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
sounds
also love me
awesome.
some Natasha Lyonne. So like I'm very down. Her Criterion Closet video is like my favorite in the last few lines. But anyway, so with Kid Detective, let's talk props. What prop would you want to take from this movie? And yeah, Macy, I'm sorry in that like we've seen it more recently, so I might have a better idea. But Joseph, do you have a prop?
I think I would like that bottle of like confidence pills, but like they're like real. That dude said they were worth like $1,000, so at the very least I could make
Take
a
some.
profit,
Get shit done. Take them, do your taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it turns out it was just Adderall. Let's see. I don't know if I was kidding about that candy bar. But no. Was it? I liked Caroline's car. I thought it was. I don't know what
Cool
it.
car, cool
Yeah.
little
It's a
convertible.
Cute little convertible. Like I feel like I'd be like doing business rolling around in that thing. But
This is really cheap. This is what I'd probably say for like most movies. Honestly, he had a really nice apartment.
yeah, this apartment was nice.
Yeah, I actually really did like his like little house. I wanted to live there.
There was some good set design, and like I feel like like all of the characters when we went into their individual houses and like areas, it was a good like reflect like the what's it called, the kid who had a crush on Gracie, and like how neat and organized everything was.
The kid who plays Pong and no other game.
His little sister plays Pong too.
Yeah, that too. What is up with that? Because they show like Forza later on, so it's not like a rights thing.
I think that like Pong is just hidden with the youth, Joseph.
Yeah, it's really big with Gen Alpha. Yeah,
the Gen Alphas.
The
are
Skibbity
really,
generation loves its Atari games from the 70s.
Love their Pong. That's gonna be the next. That's gonna be the next phase. Like these Gen Alphas, they're not gonna like VHS. They're gonna like Beta. They're gonna want Betamax.
Yeah,
they've got
Laserdisc
Victrolas.
Oh wait, I wanted to ask. Do you guys have Laserdisc at your?
We don't rent them, but we do sell them.
Ooh,
cool, sick. Yeah, I got gifted some laser discs from I'm surprised I didn't ever mention at all earlier during the record, but back in Columbus, we have a good friend who has a video store, who has a record store, which he has like a big he has a big VHS wall that like has expanded over the years. His name's Ian at Needle Exchange Records and Tapes in Columbus. If you're ever in Columbus, it's a great spot. That's where I've got a lot of my good tapes from. He gifted me a couple of Laserdiscs last Christmas, and I'm like, well, shit, now I got to find a Laserdisc player. But they're so expensive.
Those are even harder to find than VCRs.
Than anything. You know what sucks? I had a buddy of mine from college visit recently, and we were at a thrift shop, and they had a broken Laserdisc player for $30. And this buddy of mine does what's it called? Like he does like upgraded old game consoles. Like he'll like replace like an old Xbox and put a SSD in it and replace, like, he does that kind of stuff. And he looked at the Laserdisc player and he's like, I think I can fix this.
He said I could fix that.
So yeah, I can fix that. I don't know what we'd pair Holes with. Holes is a little outside of the paradigm, even though I'd love
Holes and
actually, I think
sallow.
Holes would make
What a double.
Holes would make a better commentary, I think.
Yeah.
But he's had it for a few months now, and he's like, hey, what I thought was wrong wasn't, and I actually might not be able to fix it. And I was like, damn it,
man,
I need to watch my laser discs. What was I talking about before? But yeah, no. Actually, I changed my mind. There's a scene where he's watching like old noir movies on TV, and there's like a stack of VHS tapes of like old.
You just take
old
all
mystery,
those, huh?
old mystery. Yeah, I just want all those VHS tapes. That's my.
That's
answer.
appropriate for the episode too.
Yeah, that's my prop. Some props are better than others. But yeah, no, that was that was the Kid Detective. Check it out. And yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it about up. That's about an hour. It's pretty on point. Macy, once again, thank you so much for coming on. You're such a wonderful guest. Like I said, we love what you're doing. I'm excited to talk to you more just in general about, like I said, I'm trying to build something similar here.
Yeah.
And just in general, the more, just like I was watching this video essay recently talking about movies in general and like what movie lovers have in common, and like and the thing that ultimately movies as an art form, I think that like is that it's an empathy machine. Like at the end of the day, like movies are trying to get you to empathize and sympathize with people and characters beyond yourself. And like I think that a lot of like the strongest movie lovers have just like a huge sense of like, I really felt that when it happened. And like, we're such like
stuff.
We're such emotion. We're an emotional tribe. And it's like I'm really glad that like these physical spaces, these third spaces, are kind of popping up that to celebrate that. And I'm it's cool. And
it
just
is.
thank you again for coming
Yeah,
on.
thank you
This
so
is
much
great.
for having
Thank
me.
you.
You're welcome in Austin anytime.
Rock and roll. But yeah, that's been Midnight Movie Gang. It's currently 8:03 p.m. Night Movie Gang in the EST. Yeah, folks. Go to www.midnightmoviegang.com. It's up now. Go to the website, click enter the video store, and it links you right to our Etsy, where you can buy Love Lies Bleeding and Get Out on VHS.
Buy them.
Custom design. Buy them. Buy them. Check them out. Sign up for the Patreon. Do all that stuff. Subscribe. Keep it going. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
So, here we go. With childish frustrations and complexes which the police are searching for James Thomas, believed to be the lover of Miss Williams, and her partner in the horrible murder of Walter. Grant everybody that I'm here to go. Oh, please tell me where they've gone. Please tell me. Sorry, I don't know. How long did you plan on how long could I got in here? 3 tickets to Albany on 6 o'clock train tonight. What do you think? Special agent.